the stock market has come a long way since its inception. Gone are the days when owning stocks meant having physical certificates that represented your ownership of a company's shares. Today, the stock market has adopted a more modern and efficient way of keeping track of ownership through a process known as dematerialization. What is dematerialization? Dematerialization is the conversion of physical certificates of ownership of stocks or bonds into electronic form. This process eliminates the need for physical certificates to represent ownership of shares or stocks. Instead, the ownership of securities is recorded electronically in a centralized database maintained by a depository. Benefits of dematerialization. The adoption of dematerialization has several benefits for both companies and investors. Firstly, it improves efficiency by enabling the quick and easy transfer of ownership. This means that investors can buy and sell securities much more easily than they could with physical certificates. Secondly, dematerialization reduces costs for both companies and investors. Companies no longer have to spend money on printing, storing, and transferring physical certificates. Additionally, investors no longer have to pay for the cost of safekeeping physical certificates. Finally, dematerialization provides increased security for investors. Electronic records of ownership are less susceptible to fraud and are easier to track and recover in case of loss. This reduces the risk of loss, theft, or damage associated with physical certificates. How does dematerialization work? The dematerialization process is managed by depositories, which are organizations that hold electronic records of ownership of securities. When an investor buys stocks or bonds, the ownership is recorded in the depository's database. When the investor sells their securities, the ownership is transferred to the new buyer, also recorded in the database. In conclusion, dematerialization has revolutionized the stock market, providing greater efficiency, convenience, and security for both companies and investors. By removing the need for physical certificates, the dematerialization process has made it easier and more cost-effective to buy and sell securities and has increased the safety of investing in the stock market.